Hello there everyone, Mega Big Bowser here, and today's video is about the topic of VR. Now, personally, I've always thought virtual reality is a very interesting and progressive form of technology, especially in gaming and smartphone usage. So today I'm going to go over both VR in the hardcore gaming market and VR in the smartphone market. Now, when it comes to VR, there are three major players in the hardcore gaming market. There's PlayStation VR, the HTC Vive, and the Oculus Rift. So first up is Oculus, which actually has two models. The one for smartphones, which will come in later in the video, and the Oculus Rift, which is more for gaming than the other model. This VR headset costs $600 alone, with an extra peripheral called the Touch, which are these two controllers that are shaped for your hand, costing $200 each. Both can be sold at a bundle price for about $800 though. Now, I have some games for the VR headset, including Eve Valkyrie, which is shared with the PlayStation VR, which is a space multiplayer online dogfighting game, and Lucky's Tale, a platforming game, just to name a few. Next up is the HTC Vive, which is $700. It has its own accessories as well, including controllers much like the Oculus that are $130 for each hand, a base station that helps track the Vive's exact location that costs about $135, a link box that links the Vive to your computer for $30, different cables for $10 to $40, and cushions for your nose and face at $13 and $25 respectively. The games that they're offering can include Elite Dangerous, which is a space adventure combat trading game in an open world, one-by-one recreation of our galaxy, and Fantastic Contraption, a game where you build machines using parts given to you to perform certain goals, again to name a few. Lastly is the PlayStation VR, obviously made by PlayStation, starting at $400, which is definitely the cheapest offering. It doesn't have any other accessories specifically designed for it, aside from carrying cases and stands, but you do need a PlayStation 4 for most of its game offerings. And you can use the PlayStation Move controllers to simulate the hand controllers that the other VR headsets offer, which come in a 2-pack for $100. Games available for this VR headset include Farpoint, which is a first-person shooter on an alien world, and a Star Wars Battlefront X-Wing mission, dogfighting in space against the Empire, to again name just a few. Now, each of these VR headsets has something to offer, but as it stands, personally I think the PlayStation VR is the better. My reasoning is that it is by far the cheapest offering when compared to the other VR headsets, not even including accessories, and while most of the games on all three may be fun and interesting, PlayStation are almost guaranteed to provide AAA experiences that the others probably won't be able to provide. But the other offerings, if you have the money and see a particular game you still want to look at, might be worth a try. Now, when it comes to VR in phone usage, there are a crap ton of offerings. There's stuff like the Evo 1 3D, the Dream Vision, the Smart Theater, the Sharper Image model, and many, many more. And all of these types of headsets do basically the same thing and are more off-brand, so I'll only talk about one. The previously said Oculus model, which is actually named the Samsung Gear VR. Now, I think the Samsung Gear VR is honestly the most on-brand, reliable type of phone VR. Just because of the fact that it's connected to Oculus, and that Samsung is also involved. Now, this VR headset starts out at $100, and it provides a VR experience that can play many different types of unique mobile games that can use VR, and can work with any virtual reality apps and certain videos on the internet, such as YouTube videos. VR on phones are not as complex and involved as VR for gaming purposes, but it can still provide some entertainment, and the game offerings may be very fun. Now this is a bit off cuff from the original script I have for this video, but I just wanted to kind of discuss more about the individual gaming experiences in VR. As a big gamer, I like to see what these companies and these studios will bring to the table with this new technology. And some of these experiences, I'll admit, are incredibly enticing. Even if they only last a short time, to the point where it's almost a tech demo, or if some of these experiences are very huge experiences in themselves. For example, there's a game where you step in the shoes of Batman. I've heard from some that it is much like a tech demo, somewhat short, not much to it, but just the ability to look into a mirror in the game and see Batman as if you were looking at yourself, and move his hand up, grab a Batarang and throw it yourself, is incredible. The X-Wing VR mission for Star Wars. Hopefully that will be an incredible cockpit adventure of you flying around, engaging in dogfights with TIE fighters, which is just unthinkable, almost unbelievable, just because of how technology has advanced so far that we can sit in an X-Wing cockpit, we can look into a mirror as if we are Batman, we can even engage in over-the-top action movie style heist, or we could go in a more comedic approach. The company named Squanch Tendo, which was, I believe, made from the creators of Rick and Morty, are creating this hilariously strange-looking game called Accounting Simulator. Conversely, there's even a game called Job Simulator, where you're just messing around in this really cartoony-looking job atmosphere with these strange robotic floating TVs coming at you, talking to you, and asking you for things. And you can either play serious as if you're actually accomplishing this job normally, or you can just have fun with the environment. Or, just as good, horror's getting put into VR, which is an idea that sounds terrifying in theory. Such as the Until Dawn Rush of Blood game, where you're stuck in this horror-themed roller coaster around the game Until Dawn, fighting creatures and these psychopaths and all these other strange apparitions like a giant spider or a ghost woman. And the upcoming Resident Evil 7, which looks to be set in some backwoods country area with this crazy family, and who knows if there'll be zombies and other creatures involved since this is Resident Evil. And all these experiences are just incredible to imagine that you'll feel like you're in them. You'll feel like you're part of that experience. And to have grown up to see this come is incredible. And hopefully they'll keep making more of these experiences in the future. VR is a very interesting technology that can provide completely unique experiences where you can go outside of yourself for a moment, whether to become part of a video game or to watch a cool video that makes you feel like you're on a roller coaster. To me, they are the next logical innovation in gaming. I mean, right now, we are able to create amazingly detailed worlds, whether they're realistic or cartoony. We have the ability to take these experiences anywhere we want, either in the multi-use phones we carry, to dedicated portable gaming consoles like the 3DS and the PS Vita. We've created motion controls, 3D screens, toy-to-life experiences, and going back to graphics, we only seem to be getting even more minutely detailed with even better high-quality imagery. But now it's time we actually create experiences that really pull you into the game. And hopefully, as this VR technology is experimented with, and advances much like consoles and smartphones, that it will pull you in and make the already incredible experiences in gaming even better. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm glad to share my thoughts and general information on VR with you. Again, thank you, and good day, good evening, or good night.